search phrase at the beginning, and you still can get those phone calls generated as well. Yeah.
How successful have you been with your search engine optimization? How's your ranking with those keywords that you use as your bar?
I started out on page 35. I'm now on page 2. It's a highly competitive market.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying. It's quite hard. On other less competitive search terms, I've got number 1 with that strategy. So, yeah.
What's the drop-off from people that go to Google and searching for something, in terms of going from page 1 to page 2? So, I mean, how important?
What do you mean drop off?
Well, in other words, some people just...
How important is it? How important is it?
Yeah. And so is, 20% of the people actually go to page 2?
I wouldn't even say 20%. I think it's like less than 3%.
Wow. 3%.
Yeah, the top 3 are the most important. I think the top one gets like 60%. The second one gets like 30%, and the third one gets the other 10. And the rest are like within 1%. I mean, really top 3 are all that matters. And then you pay click.
On page 1.
On page 1, those also generate the clicks. But as far as the organic, you want to be top 3. That's your best case scenario. I know, it's hard, and you want to do everything you can to get there.
How does Google and Bing compare?
I did one search on Bing, and I never went back to it. Because Google's been fine for me. So, as far as traffic coming in, I get very little from Bing. That means not many people are using it, at least for my search terms. Yeah.
Google Analytics will tell you exactly where your traffic is coming from.
Yeah, they'll tell you the keyword that they typed in Google. They'll tell you if someone linked to you, and they'll tell you how long they stayed. They'll tell you where they left from.
But specifically from the search engines, it'll tell you, well, with our website, it tells us exactly how many people came from Google as compared to Yahoo as compared to Bing.
It'll cut it down by search engine.
And Google is by far way over any of the others.
I think Google gets 68% of search traffic.
Yeah,
along those lines. And then the other side of the search engine marketing spectrum, I think that you guys could probably find this beneficial. If you're already implementing this, it's called pay-per-click marketing. Basically, Google has a service called Adwords. It's fairly user-friendly. You could probably hop on there and start a very basic campaign very quickly. Basically, you pop on your credit card, you set your daily limit to how much you want to spend. You pay only per click. When people click, if they search for your key phrase on Google, you'll come up at the top or the right. Those are those ads. You've all probably seen them, and you've all probably clicked on them. I have. You pay only per click. Cool thing about this is you can see exactly what key phrase people use when they made a sale. You can cut it down to ad variation. You can set up landing pages to exactly what they're looking for. Once you find that perfect, you want to keep messing with it. Once you find that perfect formula, at that point you're only spending money on high return. On high return clicks, that means your return on investment goes way up, and you're cutting your cost way down. So you're not wasting any money, and you're spending your money smart at that point, and you're doing a lot better. And you can go as high as you want to with that.
What is that called?
That is called Google AdWords.
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 What kind of cost do you?
I've bought clicks as low as 15 cents per click for a very uncompetitive keyword, and I've heard they can go up to $10 a click. And we're talking, for $10 a click, it's probably the internet gambling sites and stuff like that are paying that just because it's so competitive. So think about how much competition you have, and just less than 1 or to $10 is pretty standard. Yes.
With regard to what you're saying is that you get the clicks. The clicks are fine, but to be able to justify the clicks as closed business, that's the trick. You can get as many clicks as you want, but if you don't have a system in place to be able to analyze what you're doing with those clicks and are they becoming closed business?
Right. You want to integrate AdWords and analytics. They go hand in hand. You use analytics to set up goals. Like whenever someone sets up a contact form, be like, okay, this person used this key phrase on this ad variation on this landing page. They signed up and they bought something, and I only spent 50 cents for that, and I made $100 on that sale. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Also with Google AdWords, you get to see how many people are clicking on it that month. Like I do a cancer project.
Anybody can do that at any time. You don't even need to be an ad. Yeah. go to, if y'all want to write this down, if you want to see how many people are searching for your industry, go ahead and go to Google. This is what I do. Google keyword tool.
What?
3 words. Google keyword tool. Google keyword tool. You Google that.
Google tool.
You just know. Go to Google, type in Google keyword tool. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact.
I'm sorry.
Search phrase is Google keyword.
That's right. Google keyword tool.
All 3 words.
That's right. It'll be your first result.
Keyword. Okay.
At that point, you type in your keyword phrases.
Oh.
Somebody throw up their business. Who's got a business?
Tea.
Tea. Okay. What kind of tea do you sell?
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La tea. So, what is your target market?
Restaurants, hotels, country clubs.
Okay, so primarily New Orleans area?
Yeah.
Beverage.
Actually, I think that his primary key phrase would be New Orleans tea supplier. Okay? Just for example, he would type that in. Google's going to generate that, as well as a bunch of other similar keywords, and it's going to tell you exactly how many people are searching for that locally and globally.
Then you can start.
Huge tool. Huge benefit. Then, at that point, you can kind of generate your keywords based on that.
You know that funny, these companies that are like a marketing company that are selling one word to consumers, to people, and then saying they're promising them to get them at the top.
Anybody who promises number 1 is probably lying, or just trying to generate the sale. I wouldn't believe number 1. If they say top of Google, it's either here or there. Nobody can guarantee a number 1 listing, especially in a very competitive thing, unless they're cheating. But I do want to say that we're going to have a Q&A kind of sit-down kind of thing after. So I guess I have to give tomorrow a chance. I'm just going to hurry up and run through this, and then we'll have a chance to answer everyone's questions. Last thing I wanted to touch on, I believe, is email marketing. This is a great way to keep your client list, keep your company name and logo in their head. You pop them off an email once a month. No more than twice a month, I think, is fair. And you want to make it beneficial for them. Because once they click, this is spam, you're done. You're done forever. You're never going to show up in their inbox again until they report not spam. So you want to make it really beneficial for them. Give me another business. Anyone else?
Real estate.
Real estate. All right, so you want to have something like, what's the best way to protect your home investment? That would be an example of an email marketing newsletter that you could pop off maybe twice a month and just kind of give them a thing at the bottom of that little semi-article. You would want to put, yeah, come check us out. Come check out this new house that we have for sale that's popular, or something like that, just an example. So